Hello, Taurus. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your monthly reading for October. Keep in mind, Taurus, energies and timing is still fluid. This reading could play out at any point in time throughout the month of October. This message may or may not be for you. So I do ask that you only take with you the messages that resonate, leave behind the rest. This is also for any major Taurus placements like Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And also keep in mind, Taurus, energies can be swapped around. I could be speaking to you. I could be speaking to a cross-watcher. So swap around the energies to make it fit, but don't cram yourself into a message that's not meant for you. If this reading does not resonate, then do check your Sun, Moon, or Rising placements. I'm doing things a little bit different this month, Taurus, because it is October. We have Halloween. I'm using my Halloween Oracle deck to start off today. We're going to use the Beautiful Creatures Tarot deck, and then we will clarify using the Witches Tarot. So, Taurus, I'm excited. Are you excited? I can't wait to see what kind of a message comes through from my beautiful fellow Taurians out there. So let's jump in and cut the deck. Creating through the ashes and authenticity. I feel a Taurian here that has felt maybe invisible for quite some time. And maybe you've been on a co-creative journey. I feel somebody here is rising like the phoenix from the ashes. And you are stepping into your most authentic nature. And authenticity truly is the most attractive thing, right? So get ready to not feel invisible anymore. I think somebody is getting ready to see you crystal clear. So let's get you a message with the Halloween Oracle deck and see the main energy surrounding Taurus for the month of October. What is the main message that Taurus needs to be aware of for the month of October? I wanted one and they flipped out three. Bottom of the deck, the graveyard. So there was likely an ending in the past that has definitely motivated some big change. So I feel October is a month of being divinely guided into your hidden depths, into your shadow self, cardinal energy. I feel like a grandmother or a mother figure on the other side that has been guiding you, a spirit guide here as you find your true soul song. I feel you're resonating at a very high frequency. You've been in the precipice of change. There's going to be some big changes coming up, Taurus. This might even be for a Taurus North node. But I feel you are entering into a brand new cycle, death. Scorpionic energy. I feel you are entering into the eternal world. And there's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear. I feel this death energy surrounding a Taurus collective out there. And so this death energy kind of has to come in, Taurus, in order for you to restore your hearth and your home. I think you're stepping into happiness, and your heart and your home is going to be in focus for the month of October. You're entering into a brand new cycle. There's some big changes on the horizon for my Taurus out there. So let's read into the book with some of these energies. We're going to read into this Mummy card, this change. And so you could have already begun the change. The change is gonna come, Taurus, is what they want me to say. So a lot of ancient Egyptian Akashic codes, I feel, have been tapped into, and ancient Egyptians took death very seriously. And so death was not seen as we kind of see it today. Death really is, you know, not to be dreaded. It is really not a finality. It is about shedding an old way of being and beginning a brand new life. Often death requires us to enter into our eternal life or the afterlife, but I don't feel a physical death. Although maybe there will be a death in the family, I'm not sure, but I feel you're honoring, preserving your spiritual strength, your spiritual knowledge, and you're ensuring that this can be carried over into the next generations. So I feel you've been in this process of death energy, or are about to enter into this process of death energy to clear some family genetics is what I'm feeling. I want to say something is returning. I feel you've cleared any family curses when it comes to generational patterns, generational trauma. And there's about to be an explosion of energy because you are rising from the ashes. And I feel this change was ultimately inevitable. I feel no matter how hard you try to resist this change, things cannot stay exactly the same way any further. And so it's time to change tracks. You are not cursed. This was an ancestral developed pattern, and you are being asked to take control of it and to change it for the future generations. And so that requires a death of an old way of being in order to bring in this new energy, Taurus. And so this really is not the end. This is like the energy of a do-over. And I do feel it is scary because death does mean something has to fall away. Something needs to end in order to begin this next evolved cycle of your life. And so I think you've really been thinking about it, right? If you think about the act of birth, let me just say, I've birthed 2 children, and it is a very painful process, but the blessing is on the other side, right? When you give birth, the pain is gone, and you have all of this loving, beautiful energy around you because the blessing has arrived. And so maybe you've been going through very intense labor pains trying to get around this rebirth process. But you are about to embark upon a whole new adventure. This is where your soul gets to choose what's next, and you get to embrace free will choices. So maybe by Halloween, this universal truth is going to be illuminated. We all die, right? We all exit this human existence at some point in time. So, our human existence is not infinite. And so our time here is very, very precious. And you are encouraged not to allow your fears or any grief to bring even more unnecessary pain to your life. So don't be afraid. You are allowing something to fall away. This death energy means something is falling away, or the universal will is making something leave your life, so you can begin in this new, fresh energy, stronger than ever before. And so there's a great power in the month of October clearing your karmic board for you, and you will come out stronger. I do feel October is a month of celebrating a new beginning. So let's see what else needs to come through with the tarot. What else does Taurus need to be aware of? You are building a legacy for the future. And the time is now for action. We've got a King of Wands here. Maybe you've been afraid to step into a leadership position. You could have some fire in your chart. Maybe you're healing some family patterns when it comes to narcissistic abuse. The King of Wands in reverse can be a possessive, jealous, control freak, angry, lashes out. Maybe you're dealing with a Leo. Maybe you have Leo in your chart. Maybe you're integrating some inner masculine wounding. But this is going to bring forward a legacy for the future. This could also mean the death of a father figure or somebody you're connected with that will lead towards an inheritance, a legacy of some sort. So you very well could be dealing with a Scorpio. I kind of feel it's time to release maybe a father wound, an abandonment wound, and to come out of this lack consciousness, this poverty consciousness. But let's get you 5 cards, Taurus, and see what needs to come through for October. I'm going to get the current energy, 8 of Wands. Messages. A lot of things going on. I think maybe stress because a lot is going on, and you're going to have to find your stamina. Maybe this is a month of bringing you to your knees. I do feel Christ consciousness, Jesus consciousness, getting to the core of a wound and finding your bravery and your strength to maybe transform this energy. There is a brand new opportunity you don't see coming, Taurus. There's this brand new energy coming into your life, and I feel consciously choosing to understand a pattern and to release it and finding your strength and your stamina to progress along your spiritual journey. I think you're at a pivot point in your life. You're at the divine Y point. You need to make a very important decision about progression, about planting seeds. And there is a lot of unnecessary worry and fear, maybe about stepping into your authentic nature. Maybe you're having a hard time finding your determination. Maybe in the past you lacked morals, you lacked integrity, and you were not reliable. But I do feel reliability, a brand new cycle, a clean slate, wiping the slate clean. So I feel get ready to receive a message, and maybe you've been receiving a lot of messages from your spirit team, divine communication, about a family pattern, about a family wound. And I feel a month of bringing you to your knees in order for you to find your strength and your bravery to transform out of a toxic cycle. What you don't see coming is a brand new exciting adventure, a brand new energy entering your life. Whatever you're discovering in the month of October is going to allow you to find passion for life again. This is just the beginning. I feel the birth of a brand new beginning. Looking in the pumpkin, there's like a little baby. It's like half cat, half baby. And so this could be the birth or conception of a new business idea. Maybe the announcement of a new family member going to be arriving. But I feel it's kind of time to stop staying stuck. It's time to really think about, where do you want to go to? What do you want to move towards? You're progressing along your journey. Couple of sevens here. So maybe since that 7-7 portal back in July, you've really been harnessing this new spiritual energy, embracing these changes, going into the hidden depths of your talents and your repressed aspects, coming out of the ashes, rising like the phoenix. And you are getting ready to plant those seeds in a new direction, because it is decision time. And you really got to release any unnecessary fear about taking action, finding your determination to take action. And maybe this is regarding a higher commitment, a higher love. There is divinely guided change here. The Hierophant is the highest authority. So what are your morals? What are your values? Are you honoring your morals and your values? Or are you living by somebody else's rules? Because it's time to change the playbook, is what I want to say. So let's clarify these messages. You're going to have a lot of messages coming in, and that was backwards, maybe from a Cancer, the Chariot. Somebody's coming in for victory. So what are these messages about? I think a lot of passionate communication. I think an offer of some sort. Eights to me is something coming back around. It's the energy of infinity, breaking the chains of an infinite ancestral cycle as well, of manipulation, self-deception. Oh my God, yeah, breaking free from self-deception, this power struggle, this internal war within yourself is what I'm feeling. And you could have been dealing with the trickster. You could have been. I think you're going to be receiving a message about somebody wanting to come in and heal a situation. This is your wishes being granted. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. Somebody wants to come in and grant you a wish. This is what you prayed for. This is what you asked for. And there is a breakdown of all of these old beliefs. Unavoidable shakeup. This is happening imminently. This is happening in October. There is going to be a breakdown of a false foundation. I think a whole shift of your beliefs, your spiritual beliefs, your religious beliefs, your family beliefs, and maybe releasing a pattern of deception, manipulation, mental mind fuckery, right? And getting honest with yourself. There's been a secret. There's been a lie. This is not what you deserve. Manipulation. I feel you're getting straight to the core of a very dark family secret, is what I want to say. And everything's crashing down. Your walls, your barriers are breaking down, and you're getting to the root cause of what needs healing. You're getting to the core of an issue that has allowed you to stay stuck time and time again in these negative repetitive cycles, and the time is now for change. So let's take a look at this wounded healer energy. So I think you're coming into your healing gifts. I think you've been in the dark night of the soul and it's feeling hopeless, but nobody's coming to save you, Taurus. You're going to have to take that action. You're going to have to shed the old to bring in the new. And maybe I'm dealing with a Taurus here that's been so stubborn. Taurus is stubborn, not wanting to shed the old to bring in the new. And I feel you've been trying to ignore the communication coming from your spirit team. And I do feel maybe you've been, blocking all kinds of people from coming towards you while you've been in the dark night of the soul, understanding your own manipulative patterns in relationships, going through a realignment. Look at that, the Ace of Wands again. No dark period lasts forever. The darkness always comes and goes, and it doesn't last forever, just like good times don't last forever, right? And so coming out of the ashes, a moment of transformation. I think you're ready to grow again. You're ready to step into the light, and you're ready to realign out of this stuckness. So I could be dealing with a Taurus who's maybe just blocked everybody out of their path while they've gone into the depths of this healing transformation, or maybe you're going to be blocking somebody. But your higher self is saying it's okay to rise. It's safe to rise. It's okay to come in with communication. And I think there's been a lack of communication, likely because somebody was maybe closed off emotionally. But somebody's finding their strength and their bravery, I feel, to make that final decision about maybe a family. What is your rainbow blessings? What is your happily ever after look like? It doesn't have to look like what your parents wanted for you, or, you know, what everybody else thinks is best for you. And I do feel you're finding your strength and your bravery to take action to build a foundation. This could be your energy. The King of Pentacles is Taurian energy. I feel, you know, maybe you've had everything that you've needed financially, and maybe you've manifested a lot of financial security, but I feel somebody very bored, discontent. Money isn't everything. I want to say money isn't everything, and somebody's really been thinking about planting those seeds when it comes to a brand new beginning. There is going to be an exciting invite or offer coming that will likely lead to a lot of emotional contentment, and you're going to have to be brave enough to maybe invest in something new. And I don't think it's going to be like the past connections. There's not going to be third-party drama. No more interference. And this is really going to be worth investing in, I feel. So maybe this is even going to be work-related. So what is this Ace of Pentacles? Or Ace of Wands. I don't know why I said Pentacles. I do feel maybe a business investment, a new creative endeavor. A brand new clean slate beginning. That Queen of Wands in reversed again. So I think there's fear about taking this leap of faith. Maybe you don't know that it's always going to work out, right? We don't always know how things are going to play out in the future. But I also feel healing any karmic feminine wounding. We all have a shadow side, right? We all have hidden shadow aspects, and that's where all of the talents lie, right? When we integrate those aspects and bring the darkness into the light, right? And so I also feel maybe this is going to be an opportunity to start something fresh again. The Knight of Wands, the King of Wands in reversed, I feel two people that, you know, maybe were afraid of owning their powers, stepping into commitment. There is definitely this energy of a brand new beginning, but I feel the past baggage is maybe a release of your distorted views of the men that you're connected with, or maybe a man here needs to shift his views of what he thinks of women. I do feel family secrets are coming out. Maybe this is about your parents, I'm not sure. Family secrets. There is a need to release some past baggage when it comes to some secrets and some lies and maybe some cheating. And there is a need to get grounded. There is going to be a revelation. There is going to be a wake-up call that will break somebody free, I think, from a very melodramatic pattern within relationships where you feel like you're always working against somebody and preparing to build a new foundation. So let's see what this Seven of Pentacles is about, because somebody's getting ready to plant those seeds well. I feel, you know, time's up. That's a timing card for me. Time's up. Just the one clarifier. Five of Cups reverse. It's time to release this period of extended grieving. Can't go back and change the past, Taurus. I think there's been a lot of guilt and shame, maybe about some family secrets coming to light. And maybe somebody has, you know, lacked the strength to release this imbalance. But I think it's really time to do the work. It's time to really maybe dive into an esoteric practice, a spiritual practice. We get the Seven of Pentacles on the side and the Ace. And so this could mean like an inheritance of some sort that will allow you to build that new foundation. And I think you've been maybe digging into these family secrets, these family patterns, going through a period of rebirth for quite some time. And I feel there's been delays and challenges when it comes to closing out a cycle because there's been somebody dishonest. I think there's a need to heal an abandonment wound and to get honest about maybe a masculine, a father figure that was abusive or narcissistic that maybe abandoned you, and to release a burden that's not yours to carry. I feel somebody's been haunted by their shadow self for quite some time, keeping their foot stuck in the wheel. And I feel maybe there's a need to break free from some gossipy women as well as a message. But there is something that needs to come full circle, and there's that anxiety, stress, fear, and anxiety about making a decision and choosing a different path. I do feel there's going to be a heavy heart chakra awakening to break you free from an outdated mindset, an old family pattern, in order to heal. What is it that you need to fully walk away from? Because I do feel resistance to an ending, resistance to an awakening of some sort. And it's kind of time to make that final decision, Taurus. So let's get you a couple last self-care messages. I do see you could be dealing with an Aries or a Leo, Aquarius, Mars energy. So you could be dealing with a Gemini with Mars and Gemini. We got Leo and Gemini. And we do have some fire, or you could have those in your chart. But we're going to see what last message needs to come through for you when it comes to this reading for the month of October. We're going to take that one. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the mistakes you made yesterday. Compassion, self-compassion needs to be brought into focus. Somebody here I feel has felt very incomplete for a very long time. And there is going to be a tower in order to redirect somebody when it comes to forgiving yourself for some past mistakes. And until we know better, we can't do better. And so until you honor and celebrate your value, your talents, and your strengths, you're going to keep attracting people that will think less of you because you think less of yourself. And so reflect upon your morals and your values and your talents and your strengths. And we do got to understand this transformation journey is a solitary walk. Others can walk with us through the journey, but we have to embrace solitude and appreciate time within our own thoughts, within our own energy, to know the art of truly loving ourselves. And so when we can truly be alone, then we can truly be with another without looking at them and using them as a means of an escape. People are not meant to be used. People are meant to be loved. And so I think it's time to release a very demoralizing cycle that's left you exhausted. It's time to withdraw and restore yourself, and solitude is going to allow you to find your inner peace within this chaos, because the tower reversed is chaos, right? It's like everything crumbling down to the ground all at once, because I think you've got low self-esteem. And it's time to put the brakes on a situation and to figure out what's your 10-year plan. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Do you want to stay in the same place for another 10 years? How can you open up your heart? How can you bring more joy into your life? How can you understand this lesson with compassion for others and for yourself? How can you be more genuine? Because I feel it kind of feels like the odds are stacked against you. And there's something here that needs to be done, that needs to be seen at face value, that needs to be felt. And when you appreciate solitude, then you have that fundamental foundation to build a solid home life filled with love, understanding, and compassion. And that's kind of what I got, Taurus. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, check out that description box below, guys. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.